Professor Friedman, is not, you see, whether capitalism has not brought benefits to the world. There's no doubt whatsoever that it has done. There's no doubt whatsoever that in the 19th century the position of the mass of the people improved as a result of capitalist enterprise. I think there's no doubt about that. The point about it is whether their condition also improved, for example, because of things like trade unions or government intervention.
Absolutely.
The point is that many of the things you point to, like public health improvements, were not just because the standard of living was higher due to capitalism. It's the fact is there was public legislation on it. For example, many of the improvements that took place in the 19th century in Britain followed things like legislation over maximum working day, over things like working conditions and so on. And you can't say those are all the result of free enterprise, because in fact they were struggles to force the government to intervene against free enterprise.
Look, in the first place, let's be clear about one thing. I am not an anarchist. I believe there is a very important role for government to play. The question that we're talking about here is whether that role includes import controls, tariffs, central planning, decisions about which activity, which area industry should move. Again, I want to emphasize that the interest I have is in the well-being of the ordinary person. And I think there's a great misconception about free enterprise and about capitalism. There's a misconception which regards it as oblivious to the problems of the disadvantaged. If we go to the 19th century again, it was the greatest period of allomose reactivity in the history of the world.